This is a major victory for Make in India, and IRRRL has announced that by December 2025 it will be entirely manufactured using 100% indigenous resources. Under the modernization drive, the target is to hand over approximately 75,000 new AK-203 rifles to the army by the end of the year. The estimated cost of the entire project is approximately 5,200 crore. The AK-203 is a modern gas-operated assault rifle that represents the latest evolution of the legendary Kalashnikov series in India. Following its indigenous production and localization, it has been anointed as Sher. Steel used in Sher is 70% Indian. CRP wanted INSAS replaced as a Jambo, frequently than AK-47. The INSAS used 5.56 mm caliber, while Sher uses 7.62 mm caliber. The 7.62 cartridge delivers higher stopping power, critical for incapacitating targets quickly. Sher is designed for close-range, rapid response scenarios, apt for conflicts in Kashmir. Unlike INSAS, which falls in extreme cold and moist conditions, AK-203 functions flawlessly in mud, snow, sand and humid environments. With an effective range of 800 meters versus INSAS 400 meters, the AK-203 provides doubly long engagement capacity. India is the first country to manufacture AK-200 series outside Russia, and this raises some very good questions. How important is this milestone? I am joined by Lieutenant General Vinod Ji Khandare, former Principal Advisor, Ministry of Defence and former Military Advisor, National Security Council Secretariat, and Major General Ashwani Sivach. Thank you both of you. Let me straight away go to General Khandare. Sir, in context of Sher, your opening comments. How big is this milestone for Indian defence establishment, sir?
Jai Hind to all your viewers, and this is indeed an important milestone, and I think we have now embarked on a journey of joint ventures. What essentially I mean is, earlier we were relying on only transfer of technology, which never used to get completed, or by the time the transfer of technology got absorbed, we were already outdated. So that was the biggest problem that the Indian security sector was facing. Now the moment we've gone in for a model of joint venture, you see what good has come out of BrahMos, and you see how good AK-203 is shaping up. And these are the two where the public sector is involved, and now you look at also C-295 with Tata's, where the private sector has come, and recently you see BDL talking about Hammer. So we have embarked on this journey of joint ventures where the IP will come into India, the job opportunities will come to India, and our own indigenous product will be in the hands of our own uniformed fraternity. So I think we have started well, and there was a particular methodology which was followed, in which when we did the talks with the Russians, so we went into a methodology that was followed. And that maybe later you can ask me, I can tell you.
Okay, General Sivach, gas operated, just to break it down for a viewer, what is a gas operated assault rifle, sir?
Three issues. As far as gas operated concerned, it means the gas is the one which is produced, and then it is the one which ignites it, and thereafter the bullet is fired. Why gas operated? It is one of the most reliable, and it works in extreme weather condition. Whether it is a Siachen glacier or whether it is Rajasthan where temperature is about 50 to 60 degree, it can operate. So as on today, gas operated weapon system is the most reliable. Now, as far as this Sher AK-203, there 3-4 things which stands out. You remember that the journey which India had taken, that initially we only had 303 rifle in 1962. Then we went for 7.62 SLR, and then in 1994 we had INSAS, and INSAS were to stay for 10 years, but they have overstayed it, and INSAS has some inbuilt flaws, and the flaws are that there are a number of faults. It gets jammed, range is only 400 meters, and it is not liked, especially in CICT, counter-terrorism, because it uses 5.56, and 5.56 bullet can only incapacitate, and majority of the time it not able to achieve that also. So therefore, in close battle, we prefer AK-47, and majority of the units and the formation have got AK-47, but now this AK-203 is a much modern version of AK-47. That AK-47 was purely built and manufactured in Russia. Now this is a joint production of India and Russia in Amethi. Now you will find it. It had got a lot of advantage. One, its caliber is 7.62. The bullets are heavier. The person can be, the target can be easily neutralized and killed. Second thing, range is 800 kilometer. It is far lighter than 5.56, and it is jointly produced. Initially 75% indigenous and 100% it is going to be by end of this year or beginning of next year. So you imagine that the AK-203, which is now manufactured in Amethi, may be also exported to other countries like Bermud, which was a joint production of India and Russia. Now a lot of countries are buying, especially Philippines have already taken over Indonesia, Malaysia. You will find a large market even of AK-203. Now, another 2-3 things which stand AK-203 is, remember that this being a 7.62 caliber, this is a good weapon even for assault rifle. You will also equip your infantry units with AK-203. As on today, they were INSAS initially. AK-203 has taken slightly more time to settle down, in the sense the plant took time. So we have to go and import 7.16, about 70,000, because it was immediately required on, especially on units which were on line of control.
Absolutely.
So overall, it is a story which gives you a lot of pride that as on today, we are now start manufacturing weapons ourselves by joint production or indigenously complete.
Okay.
You know, one more example I give you. When we talk about transfer of technology, remember I'll tell you that your weapon like M777 ultra light howitzer, which we imported from US, but now Mahindra Defense is making it. That K9 Vajra, the self-propelled gun, which we got it from South Korea, today L&T is manufactured. So the whole mindset of India has changed. Now no more we are going to get it from outside. Import is completely no. Joint production or transfer of technology or manufacture complete in India.
Okay.
This is the mantra.
Okay. General Kandari, this question I always have, we really made records, did a brilliant job. We made engines that went to the space. But there were certain basic elements which army required, and we took a lot of time. Like, for example, artillery, small weapons, or the weapons like this, the AK series. Why has it taken so much of time in this context, whereas we have been able to do so well when it comes to space technology or missile technology?
I think the answer lies in the fact that, for defense diplomacy, you've got to have the Ministry of External Affairs and the Ministry of Defense, as well as the services, to be on the same page. And when we made a breakthrough with the Russians, where they were willing to now give us the technology initially of AK-103, to which we had some reservations, and then we agreed to, or rather we encouraged them to part with AK-203. So that is a lot that goes with our people who were there in Moscow. Our Ministry of External Affairs, they were able to deal with them, and also a lot of good work was done by our Directorate of Infantry. The DG Infantry visited Moscow. They chose this particular weapon. Thereafter, the Ordnance Factory people were brought on board, and there was a lot of discussion thereafter about formation of this IRRPL, the Indo-Russian Rifle Private Limited. And we see this was absolutely a new mechanism. We didn't have it in place. When I say of IRRPL, we gave them a serving Major General Sanger, who stayed there for 3 years. Thereafter, we've given them Major General S.K. Sharma. All this took time because this was something which was not existing. There was never a situation where we had given them serving military officers. One Major General and I think about 3 other EME colonels who were there for ensuring the quality and to ensure that what we wanted is what we get. So maybe when we start looking at other issues, whether it is related to ISRO or others, they were always working with foreign collaboration. Initially totally ours, but thereafter when progress had to be done, some kind of a relationship was established. There was a mechanism in place. In this case, although, it's very clear this is not the highest technology that we are talking of, but because there was no mechanism in place, so it took time. And then even in the price negotiation, it took some sessions. Then in the entire schedule, initially we took everything formed in Russia. Then we went in for semi-knockdown kit, complete knockdown kit. Every year, what is about 1 lakh that we were to produce. And Korva was something which was already there. So we had to work on machines being brought from Russia. We had initially their technicians. Then we had to create an ecosystem here because, you know, the startups or the MSMEs or others had to now give out the best possible price. You had fixed a price.
Okay.
Now you have to fit in the Indian manufacturers who would come at competitive rates with the best possible quality. So I think all this took time because this was possibly one of the first time that we were doing.
And I'll take the closing comment from General Sivaj, sir. Has the ecosystem changed to the benefit of Indian Army, Navy and Air Force today?
Absolutely, the complete ecosystem changed. The mindset has changed. You know, initially we used to import almost 70 to 80% weapon and majority from Russia. You know, we always thought that we possibly do not have capability of manufacturing weapon ourselves. We hardly use money on the R&D. You know, now we are spending about 2 to 3% of our budget in R&D because it's a requirement of day. Now what has happened is that instead of now importing weapons, we have started manufacturing in India. Make in India, indigenization and self-reliant is the key word. Now the catchword is make in India, make for world. Now remember you were talking about something like RT guns. You know, we are now produced one of the best RT weapon, the gun that is 80 AGS, Advanced Towed RT gun system. It has a range of 48 kilometers. So we are now plethora of weapons which are manufactured in India and importing. We have got Akash missile, we have a Nag anti-tank missile, we have also got BrahMos missile which has got number of countries now want to buy. Then we have Tejas Mark 1 Alpha. Unfortunate incident took place, but certainly this is one of the best aircraft at that 4-point generation. But the point which we are telling is, as the time will pass by, we will export more weapons, not only manufacture. Remember, today we are exporting 24,000 crore, and we are in first 25 countries in the world which are exporting. By 2029, it will be 50,000 crore. So let's now what you are trying to convey is the ecosystem has changed. Of course, the mindset has changed. Ecosystem. Now we start getting confidence in ourselves that we can manufacture. If we can make ships, India has made an aircraft carrier that INS Vikrant.
Sir, today a very important development also has taken place, and that development is that the Prime Minister, through virtually, has inaugurated the Safran facility. You know, that requires another level of conversation as to what it is going to do for us in context of engine technology, maintenance, and how it will create a pool of highly talented professionals. But you, both of you, very aptly summed up that at least there is an ecosystem that has emerged which talks of Atmanirbharta and which talks of also not only making it here, but thinking it here, conceiving it here, designing it here. And I think that we as Indians need to take it to a different level so that we can cater to the needs of our defense forces, on whose shoulders humongous responsibility is there. Thank you both of you for joining me. But to my viewers, don't go away, because my third on point is on Prime Minister Modi launching a revolutionary new facility for jet engine technology in India after a short break.
सुपर पावर यूज करने का टाइम आ गया है।
आप टेंशन मत लीजिए, IIFL फाइनेंस से झटपट गोल्ड लोन लीजिए और बिजनेस आगे बढ़ाइए।
लाइफ जब भी आगे बढ़ने का मौका दे, अपनी सुपर पावर, अपना गोल्ड यूज करिए और IIFL फाइनेंस से गोल्ड लोन लीजिए।
IIFL फाइनेंस करता है सीधी बात।
अर्जुन कुछ भी पढ़े मेमोरी में नहीं रहता।
Take a date, not bites. No added sugar, प्रिजर्वेटिव के बिना। डेट्स, बादाम, पिस्ता, काजू और शहद से तैयार किया गया लायन डेट्स नट बाइट्स।
Lion Date Nut Bites.
What is to the nines? In literal terms, it's perfection. But to us, it's not just a phrase, it's an attitude. One that starts at your desk and sends a statement to the world. To the nines is about taking charge. It's a way of life where every seam, every fold, is crafted with excellence. It's timeless elegance and uncompromising quality made for the corner office. It's the ideas that inspire redefining order and elevating the tabletop. To the nines, for the leaders of today and the visionaries of tomorrow.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated a state-of-the-art saffron aircraft engine service India facility at GMR Aerospace and Industrial Park near Hyderabad's Rajiv Gandhi International Airport. The facility, which will be one of the world's largest maintenance, repair and overhaul centers for leading-edge aviation propulsion engines, marks a historic first. It is the first time a global engine original equipment manufacturer has established an MRO operation in India. The facility, set up with an initial investment of 1,300 crore, is for the LEAP engines which power the narrow-body Airbus 320 and Boeing 737. The initial investment is around 1,300 crore for 45,000 square meters. Say ISAI facility that gives a major push for Atmanirbharta in the critical aviation sector. Once fully operational by 2035, the SAESI center will service up to 300 LEAP engines annually and is also expected to eventually include MRO services for M88 engines used in Rafale fighter jets. Let me play out the bite of Narendra Modi and Safran CEO.
साफरान की नई फैसिलिटी भारत को एक ग्लोबल एमआरओ हब के रूप में स्थापित करने में मदद करेगी। ये एमआरओ फैसिलिटी हाईटेक एरोस्पेस की दुनिया में युवाओं के लिए नए अवसर भी बनाएगी। मैं अभी 24 नवंबर को ही साफरान बोर्ड और मैनेजमेंट के लोगों से मिला हूं। पहले भी मेरी उनसे मुलाकातें हुई हैं। हर चर्चा में मुझे उनमें भारत को लेकर विश्वास और उम्मीद दिखाई दी है। मुझे उम्मीद है कि साफरान का भारत में इन्वेस्टमेंट आगे भी इसी गति से जारी रहेगा। आज इस फैसिलिटी के लिए मैं टीम साफरान को बहुत-बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं।
With these important developments, we will continue with our history of technology and production transfer in the future to support Indians' strategy of autonomy, Make in India. I would also add that I am very attached to Make in India, as I was born in India, so I was made in India also. That attests.
Group Captain V.N. Jha, Senior Scientist Aerospace and former Joint Director DRDO. I am also joined by Wing Commander Praful Bakshi, former Chief Spokesperson Ministry of Defence. Thank you both of you for joining me. Let me straight away go to Mr. Jha. A big day for us, Safran, in terms of what it intends to do rather than what it is doing right now.
Oh yes, it's a very big day for India because this Safran MRO facility, MRO is the maintenance, repair and overall facility. This is the level 3 repair or maintenance that we call it. So it's the biggest facility made by Safran anywhere outside of the France. So it's a big day, and it will provide the maintenance for two types of aircraft, and both are the passengers, of course, Airbus 320 as well as the Boeing 373 MAX. Now, both aircrafts are already many here in India, numerous many in Asia, And in another few years, there have been orders placed about the tune of about more than 1,000 aircraft of these same Airbus 320 as well as Boeing 737 MAX, along with some other aircraft as well, wide body aircraft. So this is what India is looking at, and the step taken by government of India in coordination with the Safran is laud-worthy, because before those new aircrafts keep coming, Safran maintenance facility is already here, so it will take care of it. Look, what happens in the engine is, for every aircraft, in the passenger aircraft, we say you must keep about 1.5 times of the engines that you are buying new. About the military aircraft, it is said about 1.8 times of the engines that you should have. Now we are facing problems with USA. USA, we had given them a contract for about 404 engine for Tejas Mark 1. And in the last many years, it has not given any. Just one engine has come here now, and one is expected now sometime later. So this is not the way. This is USA is sabotaging our LCA program. So we must look forward to some alternate. Now, look, any doctor, I'll give you an example. If there's a doctor, he will be knowing the basics of all systems, whether it is the heart, whether it is the eye, whether it is ENT, respiratory. Safran is one engine which gives you plenty of thrust. And what we suffered here in our Kaveri program with the GTRE, Gas Turbine Research Organization, making an engine for the LCA was precisely there. It was to make Kaveri engine capable of thrusting about 85 kilonewtons of the thrust, whereas it just fell short of about 75 or so.
So wait a minute, let me take opening comments from Muthukumar Tyagarajan, sir. He's a professional, he's an aircraft engineer. So, I thought, sir, you had left the show. Yes,
no,
Mr.
I'm not leaving.
Yes, Mr. Bakshi. Yes.
Thank you very much. It's a very, very important day for the Safran. Let me tell you one thing. Having the development the facility in India is very good, but we are investing more with French, who gave us Tufani, who gave us Mystère, who gave us Rafale, who gave us Mirage and Rafale. 4 aircraft from the same stable have come. You know, they had offered us engine technology much earlier, where India had not agreed. Now that they had offered us technology for M88, M82 also. The Rafale engine can be developed. And we not only can develop, we can have an agency which can help other countries also in the region. French will be ready if we are ready to do business with France on the equal term. And let me tell you one thing, French have always stood by us right from the beginning. And that is why, you know, the Russian technology was denied to us when we wanted to build BIS. And HF-24 was downed because engine technology was not being allowed to develop. Here we have a chance. If we don't open up now, we will lose this chance also. So let me tell you one thing, Safran facility, in whichever way it's going, it's very welcome. Whether it's for transport aircraft, fighter aircraft or anything, we must build this base as strong as possible. And let me assure you, with this we will never regret. We will never regret this move if we do that.
Sir, in terms of jet engine, do you think that this technology, this tech sharing can be a foundation to the ambition we have to make our own jet engines?
You will be surprised. This technology, Safran technology, can help us also in the M888 engine. They are ready to do that. If Israelis can come and develop the French engine for us, then the French missiles for us, they can marry the French missiles on a Russian aircraft. Everything is possible, provided we have the will, provided we have a plan, and we have an open mind for that. Let me assure you this. Let us not get this facility, let us not take it lightly. It is a very important and a serious step. And let not there any be negative thinking about it. We had enough negative thinking and let us all down. We should not do. I'll tell you, when I was in Air Force, a TAR 8K engine was offered by French to develop Hunter aircraft. We shot it down. And that would have been, they wanted to develop the body of the Hunter aircraft, put in a TAR 8K engine, and that's what they did. And their technology, the technicians had come to Air Force and he was offered, they were taken to MOD, and that's the time nobody paid attention to them. So let me assure you that if we let this technology go out of our hold now, we will regret.
Okay, Mr. Muthukumar, your comments on this development, the BRO facility
No,
which
it
is
is a
being
very
opened?
momentous day for India and momentous day for the civil aviation. And these engines are specifically civil engines that are fitted on the both A320s and the 737 MAX platform. And this is indeed the first the commercial repair engine through the manufacturer that has actually invested in their facility and set up the overall facility in India. Even though the Air India has a jet shop in Bombay, it has not been able to capitalize and maximize their potential for the LEAP engines currently. And this definitely will improve the India's reach into the global aviation, and we are likely to see much more development. The basic thing on this, the MRO setup, particularly that is coming from the manufacturers such as the Safran, which used to be called the Turbomeca in the past, and like Captain Wing Commander Bakshi had said, that the French has always been favoring India in terms of technology share and transfer of technology and so on and so forth, and a number of issues, particularly if it was a civilian, whether it was a military, whether it was a nuclear submarine, you name it, the French have already supported India. This has been an historical fact. Now, coming back to this, the civil facility that's being set up, the Air India doesn't have the capacity for the MAX LEAP engines currently. This would be definitely a new break in this. And with, again, the 737 MAX having sold over 5,000 aircraft, and in the case of A320s have sold 8,000 of these new engines, we are likely to see more and more facility being used, and this will definitely improve the Indian footprint on the global map very well, and it will work very well. And in terms of developing this ecosystem to support this the engine overall process, there are several number of sub-vendors who will develop their own procedures and then set up investments. And this is a, I mean, like I said, it's a momentous thing. I mean, this may be a small step at this point, but in coming years,
it's a momentous
thing. Going to be a massive.
But Mr. Momentous thing. But Mr. Shah, do you think that this will also help the country to build the indigenous talent pool in terms of to and fro of, of various professionals?
Obviously, that is what is happening here in the Hyderabad branch, where this MRO facility is being carried out. It is a third stage flight maintenance, engine maintenance, repair overall. So you have the highest standard of the airspace engineers working here in this. So there is no doubt. But Kartik, I was trying to point something else. I was trying to see the entire thing from the further prospects of the military aviation point of view. Obviously, this particular facility, what PM has inaugurated today, is essentially for the commercial aircraft, which is already having, A320 new engine as well Boeing 73 MAX engines. So that's fine. That's fair enough. There are six such facilities being developed here in India, in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Goa, and some other place as well as on the target. Leaving that, I'm not talking much about that. I'm hinting you something different. In 2023, HAL and Safran has already signed a joint memorandum for some joint development as well as some value addition into the thrust system. Now, what it tells you, that is what I was trying to tell you when I stopped last time when I was talking. Look, the Kaveri engine, of course, it was a misfit for the LCA Mark 1. Just by about, say, 8 kilonewton or 9 kilonewton, It fell short. But that is where I was trying to suggest you that Safran is an agency, it is a doctor which makes everything possible. Now they already have an engine of 90 thrust, M88 engine already they have. They have a plan to produce 110 to 115 kilonewton engine, and they also have plan for 130 kilonewton engine. Now all these are already in the plan. Now 2023, the agreement signed between HAL and Safran is the one what we are looking forward, whether Kaveri Mark II engine could be something which can straightway, it can go into the Tejas, and then our dependence onto the American will be absolutely zero. No, that is slightly far away. I'm not trying to say that it is happening, but you cannot trust today Americans the way they have shown their color. They have changed.
I've really run short of time, but all of you have made such brilliant comments on Safran. I think it's a very important day. In last 2 or 3 days, a lot of indigenous activities have been showcased, sir. For example, the Sher has been launched for the Indian Army, which is a completely indigenous assault weapon that has been made for them. 70% steel used in that weapon that is going to replace. It comes from India. So yes, there is a lot of, I would say, make in India, design in India, think in India happening. And I would say that Mr. Bakshi wanted to say something. Only 30 seconds, sir. I only have 30 seconds.
I just want to tell you that not only the Kaveri engine, at that time E300 engine, which was being developed, Safran wanted to at that time enter the fray. The French government had also asked us to let them for E300, which was being developed by Rolls-Royce and in Egypt for HF-24. That project also was shot down by the opposition. The Russians did not want the French to enter. There is so much of politics takes place.
Okay.
We have to now overcome all that.
Absolutely. I think there is an ecosystem in India which is about made in India, think in India and design in India. And I think all of us vouch for that. Thank you all of you for joining me. And this is all I have on Point today. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you and good night.
Oh no, बहुत बोर लग रहा है. Take a date, not bites.
नो एडेड शुगर, प्रिजर्वेटिव के बिना डेट्स, बादाम, पिस्ता, काजू और शहद से तैयार किया गया लायन डेट्स नट बाइट्स.
Lion date, not bites.
What is speed? Do you ever see it? Or is it something you feel? Speed, it's relative. The more you speed up, the more the world slows down.